the world? It is Wednesday, that means it's comic book day. Let me show you my load. First up is Weapon H, issue number 6. I literally only bought this issue because of the cover. And even though I've been reading comic books for years, I was still fooled because this does not happen. The character known as Clayton has been infused with the abilities of both Wolverine and the Hulk, to an extent. He's supposed to be a weapon, but he escapes and he's actually a hero. Unfortunately though, because of his actions, he may be unleashing a bunch of monsters from another dimension to the Earth. So he's trying to stop this from happening. Enter Captain America, who does not know that he is a good guy. But they get past all of that and Cap acknowledges that he is a hero and they become buddies. Astonishing X-Men Annual issue number 1. This is just one of those one-off issues that's a standalone story. At least mostly. It's more so just to show that Charles Xavier does have the betterment of humanity in mind, but he's still a dick about how he does it. It's an interesting read, but nothing really essential. Infinity Wars issue number 2. Many readers went into this story assuming that Thanos was going to be the bad guy again. However, that is completely not the case. Gamora is the bad guy, although we do find out her motivations, and maybe there's an outside party manipulating her. This issue, she gets even more evil, or at least a bit more on the dark side about everything. Major deaths took place in this, but this is an Infinity War story, so usually that means everything's going to be undone later on. Also, there's a wild card that comes into play at the very end. A Clash of Kings, A Song of Fire and Ice, Book 2, issue number 12. Yes, there is a comic book based on the Game of Thrones story. However, this is based more on the books. This is the point in the books where Brienne of Tarth is introduced, and she wins the chance to be a part of King Renly's Rainbow Guard. Hence the Rainbow Cape, which is what attracted me to this book to begin with. I admit I never actually read the books by George R.R. Martin. However, I probably will continue on reading the comic books. I really did like this. I thought it was pretty good. Justice League issue number 6. Damn, the Justice League is really getting their asses handed to them by the Joker and Luthor and Grodd. The Legion of Doom looks like they conquered Earth and the League, although Batman shows how much of a badass he is against Lex. And there is a spark of hope within the Earth itself, but it's not exactly the hope that we think it is. That should be interesting to see how that plays out, especially with Sinestro being a part of everything. Finally, I read Extermination issue number 1. This is supposedly the X-Men storyline to clean house with some of the characters. The 5 original X-Men that were plucked from the past and put into present day has been around for a very long time. And this issue is already starting up with the whole timey-wimey alternate reality thing. And we had the death of 2 different X-Men characters. There is a character that's behind the deaths in the whole timey-wiminess of everything. And it's a character we have seen before, but it's a different take. I am invested with these characters, even though I know they should go back to their own timeline. I've read a lot of different stories with them, so I'm interested to see how it's going to play out. But that is my comic load for this week. I also read Injustice vs. the Masters of the Universe, issue number 2, but I'll talk about that in a separate video. What's your comic load look like this week? Leave comments down below and let me know. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to my channel. Put on that notification bell so you know when I put up future videos. Check out my Patreon site, check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'm going to Dragon Con in a couple weeks, and I'm trying to decide some of the costumes I'm going to be doing. One of which is a for sure certainty that is going to be Iceman meeting North Star. Someone else is going to be in North Star costume, and I think Iceman and North Star may have to have some pictures where they're being cutesy and intimate with each other. What do you guys think?